Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Punkshu here with BattleX Theater, bringing you some new Warframe content. We know that you guys have been excited for this since we dropped our teaser back in June, and this is going to be our first video in a series of guides that are in-depth and detailed on how to progress through Warframe, and we hope you enjoy, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, like I had mentioned before, we will be doing some power leveling today. Now traditionally power leveling is done where a friend or guildie, what have you, would run you through different instances of content to help you level up faster because they've already progressed in the game and they have that capability. However, in Warframe, it's a little bit different. In Warframe, we're actually going to be able to do these by ourselves once we gain access to these missions, as most of the missions that I recommend in this guide are going to be missions that when you load into them are full of people that are willing to participate in the content and help get you to the breaking points where you get a pretty substantial amount of affinity. Now, for the purpose of giving an even keel look at how these different missions affect our different affinities for our weapons and such, I've chosen to run with Atlas as a maxed out frame, just so that way I've got some survivability in these missions to give you guys a really true example of how weapon leveling is going to progress. And some of this can be applied to the different Warframes as well. Just understand that Warframes do level a little bit slower, as well as companions, as they do require a bit more affinity. Now, again, we've chosen Atlas to reduce the amount of kills that we're getting with our Warframe, which could adversely affect how our weapons level. I'll throw a link down in the description below that links to the wiki page that breaks down all the affinity and how affinity is gained and divided up amongst all the weapons. Now, as far as our weapons go, I've chosen the MK1 Bratton, the Leto, and the MK1 Bow, which are all available through the arsenal for credits. It's a good way to get started on your mastery ranking as you start the game. And there are a bunch of different weapons in there that can be purchased with credits, as well as utilizing the market to purchase blueprints to build basic weapons to get your mastery level up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the star chart and some of the missions that we'll be running today. Alright, now that we've entered in navigation, we're taking a look at the star chart here. I do need to preface this guide by letting you guys know that I am running an Affinity Booster. The reason why I'm running it for this particular guide is because I want you to see what it's like when you're really genuinely putting all that effort into power leveling. And it's something that you'll want to pick up. You can get them, if you're higher level, you can get them through running sorties occasionally. There are different loot chests that you can crack open through your explorations, as well as purchasing them through the market. It costs roughly 40 platinum. And it will give you a 3-day boost, which is pretty substantial, so I would recommend banking up plenty of weapons, warframes, companions, etc. This is super beneficial in the beginning because you're going to be able to quickly increase your mastery. And even though your mastery tests are gated to where you can only do one per day, your affinity gains will still increase, your mastery levels will still increase in the background, so you can essentially roll from one mastery test to the other, to the next one, provided you continue to utilize the resources that are available to you.
Alright, the first mission we're going to take a look at today is Lith on Earth. Lith is a defense mission that is low level. It's a very great entry point for starting your leveling adventure. One of the things I like most about this particular mission is that it is run by quite a few people. Most people are willing to stay 10 or 15 waves, which is 3 different rounds essentially of a defense mission, which, if you aren't aware, defense missions tend to grow in strength. So you start off with a level 1 enemy, and by the time you're done with this, you're finding, level 8, level 10, level 15 enemies, depending on how high you go. And running this particular mission is great at low levels, especially once you've just entered the game, because it's going to allow you to get that first jump toward progression through your planets. And it'll also help you get the mastery that's required to, again, progress through those planets and make your Warframe stronger.
Choose if available. Do you choose to pick now or continue fighting? Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back.
Now, as you can see here, we were able to get our Bratton to rank 10, our Leto to rank 7, as well as our Bow to rank 7. This may appear to be a little bit slower than one would expect for a power leveling mission. However, let's keep in mind that these mobs do start at level 1, and this will help us get the edge while we progress through our planets onto our next power leveling mission, which is Semini over on Ceres. I hope this was helpful to everyone, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and we should have the next video up within the next week or so.